still there. So the lineup is still pretty intact. Not as good, as well experienced as UST is. Because UST, of course, they've got Espino, they've got Belmonte, they've got Evangelista, Edmund Reyes. Oh, it just goes on and on and on. Tankinsen is there. So I still feel UST will win it. But this is the UAAP, Jimmy, and you know, any team can win any ball game on any given day.
So ladies and gentlemen, before this, we had the first game and you witnessed a LaSalle win over UP. Fairly even, those two squads, and these two squads now playing in the second ball game have been beefed up, especially the Ateneo squad. And what is UST now? It's still an intact lineup of 7 players who used to play for the national squad.
I know. Can you imagine? That's a very tough lineup, really. And they have some additions yet. I was talking to Coach Arik Del Rosario. And remember, UST, the last time they won was 24 years ago. That was when Arik, the coach, was a player and being coached by the great Chito Loizaga.
So, ladies and gentlemen, before this telecast, we told you that UST won the general championship last year. To spice it up, what would have been nice was a championship in seniors division basketball. Right now, that is what they will be chasing for, the championship, which has eluded them in the seniors division of the basketball tournament. Jimmy and Wacky will be back for the 56 UAAP UST versus Ateneo.
Their head coach, Mr. Virgilio Galucci.
Yama. They have called the first 5 of the Ateneo. They're calling the first 5 for UST. For Ateneo, there's Paulo Isidro, Rentosa, Severino, and Vicente. He's on.
Of course,
Paulo Isidro.
That's a very balanced starting 5. And look at USC's lineup: Espino, Belmonte, that's Fran, Evangelista, and who is that? David? Is it David? I can't see. David.
Angelo David. And Evangelista, Belmonte, Patrick, Fran, David, and Espino. This is a very strong first 5 for UST.
And you know, you can get UST's second 5, it's still going to be a first 5, even their third 5. They can all play in that team, Jimmy. So I think it's how Coach Virgilio, baby the Lupan that is, husbands his resources now. He's got to give other players off the bench some playing time, keep his best 5 for later on.
Lito Sanchez, Turing Milyama, our referees for the second ball game.
Nice smile. These guys are movie actors, huh?
Oh yes, they know when
when the camera's on them.
Yes.
Okay.
The 56th UAAP season would like to thank Granny Goose Slam Dunk Cheese Balls, the 1993 UAAP official snack food, Milo, the official energy drink of the UAAP basketball games, and Close Up for shiny white teeth, long-lasting fresh breath, and Revex, the high-performance diesel engine oil from Petron. And of course, let's not forget People Road T-shirts. And this jump ball is brought to you by Revex, the high-performance diesel engine oil from Petron.
Okay, let's check out the defense of Ateneo. It's, yes, a zone defense for the Ateneo.
Oh, yes. We stand corrected when we said David. We made a mistake in saying Angelo David. It's a different David play for UST. Trent missing the first attempt of his basketball game. And Richie Tixon will commit the first foul of this ball game. The David we mentioned was Val David, second-year point guard for UST. And he will not be playing this afternoon.
That's right.
I think because of an injury from practice.
Correct. Robert Jaworski Jr.
Dennis Espino. Oh, he's playing more confidently now.
Very confidently, as a matter of fact. And let's say it's Val David on Tixon. That's a pressing man-to-man. Not a pressing man-to-man, just a man-to-man defense.
Vicente Hizon misses it on a reverse. Udoy Belmonte. Val David. Against Severino, he blocked That shot of the bid a little bit. Paulo Isidro got the rebound. Severino from Richie Tixon. Vicente Hizon against Fran. Again, the reverse that doesn't drop.
And
Highly
UST
touted.
Well, you know, yes, a traveling violation. Very good call. I remember Hizon when he played against the Sun in an exhibition game and scored about 40 points. He knows he can score, but maybe that ball should touch his teammates first on the floor before he starts going for it. Because that's a very tough defense also inside. What with Espino, Evangelista there?
Oh yes, this is a quality squad for the UST Growling Tigers. Paulo Isidro.
Oh, foul on Espino. Good call by the ref.
And we remember Espino from years back, and he was, you could say, a gangling, puny setter, and now look at all that confidence.
Yeah.
Espino, though, doesn't have eyes behind his head, so Tixon and Ateneo will miss after that steal. Evangelista, David, Dennis Espino will lose it. Odoy Belmonte will retrieve. He will set it up. Arik Del Rosario is signaling to slow things down and set up. Patrick Fran, Evangelista. Odoy Belmonte. It won't drop. Dennis Espino. Evangelista.
Foul will be called.
Rebounds for UST.
UST, they'll have to be backed out there. They're very strong. Evangelista, Espino, probably two of the best rebounders we have in the amateur league right now. These two are ripe for the pros, if I may say so, Jim.
Oh yes, Dennis Espino, Evangelista. They've been playing under the shadow of Marlo Aquino and Sandro Limpot. But Espino has distinguished himself not only here but internationally.
That's right.
There was the youth tournament in Guam. Of course, the PBL.
You know, I think what UST will have to guard against, especially Coach Arik Del Rosario, tell his players, say every game is important. We've got to win each and every single game. Overconfidence might set in.
Evangelista will convert, and UST has jump-started to a 3-point lead. And if you will look, and if you will remember that first game, the shaved look, very popular with these collegiate players now. Tixon.
It's going to count.
Yes.
It's going to go. Watch Tixon. It's going to count, and it's going to foul Evangelista there.
Oh yes, he was given a foot, at least.
Right. But you know, Tixon has got 2 personal fouls right now. You'll have to watch it.
Odoy Belmonte, Patrick Fran. Hizon tried to save it. Fran will complete for his team. Evangelista to the left. He chases for it. Good move against Isidro. They will keep.
That's the way to do it. You can do that now. I remember there was a time, Jimmy, when you could that was not allowed.
And yes, now it's done every time. Dennis Espino, head and shoulder move, low post, double team.
Good double team effort on Espino that time, huh?
Yes, scrambling defense,
but he's so strong.
Espino is short, and Isidro will snare the rebound. Richie Tixon, Hizon, Ventosa. 2 years consecutive. It always has been a Tixon Ateneo squad. Now some other players are helping out, and they have the lead.
You're right, Jimmy, you're right. So UST is trying to look for a way to get that ball inside. They do, but right away, 2 or 3 Ateneo players collapse on any UST player there. Oh, what a follow-up it would have been by Belmonte, huh?
This is a very strong, offensively minded UST squad.
Might go against, Hizon picks up that foul. Second personal for Hizon.
And we forget, when we started this tournament, the presence of the legend, Baby Dalupa, now in the bench of the Ateneo Blue Eagles squad. Arik Del Rosario, the UST counterpart. Evangelista is fouled underneath.
That's going to go against Rentosa.
As called by Martin Short. He came to watch his brother, and they won their first game this season.
That's Alvin Patrimonio. Yes, brother Glenn playing a good game. Alan Glenn.
That's an excellent tidbit you mentioned earlier about Alvin Patrimonio and his desire to join LaSalle at one point in his basketball career, and he was denied that opportunity. The legend, Baby Dalupan. He was one of the winningest coaches in the UAAP when he handled the UE Warriors.
yes.
And after that, he switched to the Ateneo Blue Eagles, got a few championships there, and after that, he started his legend with the Pro League. Tixon loses it. It's a 4-on-2 break. Odoy Belmonte, who wishes to be a pilot someday, to step in the shoes of his father, and is still playing excellent basketball. Richie Tixon, second time around, he loses it. Bal David, Evangelista.
Tixon complaining to the ref that he should have been fouled there. Ref not calling that. Bal David was able to swipe that ball away.
And we look at Coach Baby Dalupan, and he is someone who shies away from interviews. He'd rather have his coaching speak for him. Belmonte a bit to the right side. Dennis Espino will not get a handle on it. Rentosa. Tixon to Severino. Evangelista will commit a foul for UST. Evangelista commits foul number 1.
Watch that in slow-mo. After he gets fouled, Bal David is going to challenge him real strong, and that ball's going to go to David. Watch this. No, you don't. Boom.
A conversion by Ateneo. Even Steven at 6. Fran Evangelista. Power underneath and a good spin on the ball.
Well, it's going to really be tough stopping this tall man from UST. All the experience they have, Jimmy.
Gabi Severino, there's a screen by Paulo Isidro. Air ball for Ateneo. Belmonte just lets it go underneath. 14 minutes and 35 remaining in this first half. Second ball game to open the 56th UAAP. Udoy Belmonte. Patrick Fran, it was intercepted. Severino will go home and make it.
Good anticipation by Gabi Severino there. He really waited for that cross pass, went for it and got it.
Bal David will try to elude 3 defenders, pass it underneath. Evangelista will convert.
Yes, good move by Bal David. Threw the defense to him and then the drop pass. Basic basketball, but it works.
And we mentioned earlier, 2 consecutive years, it has always been Richie Tixon. He has help now from Vince. He's on, but on that end, Rentosa was blocked. Dennis Espino, Udoy Belmonte. Fran a little short. He will get the ball back. They will set up once again.
That's right. UST wants to set up. You can see Coach Arik Del Rosario there calling for the play. It's down low now to Espino.
Yes, and also beside him, watching the game, is Binky Favis. There have been so many attempts by UST at that basket, and it hasn't been coming in. All that offensive power.
That's true.
And just a 2-point lead. Richie Tixon. Vicente Hizon. It doesn't go in. To the other end, Fran now at the middle. David. Espino underneath. Who can stop him?
Who can stop him? You know, you just have to try to limit his points. Maybe give up some fouls every now and then. Not in the act of shooting, of course. You'll have to make him feel the defense. You'll have to bang bodies in there, Jim.
We have showcased the talents of the UP Maroons. We have seen
All
the
right.
new
No foul there.
let-go situation.
Watch. I thought there might have been a foul because Rentosa had the ball, and look at the Valdavid coming in. There was the pump. Lucky UST got away with that one.
And as we mentioned earlier, we've seen the talents of LaSalle, we've seen UP. Now we're looking at UST and Ateneo. And I'm sure there are a lot of televiewers from the other schools curious about the teams that their schools will be fielding. We won't see Marlo Aquino, but it's a beefed up Adamson squad. You will see the talents of Kenneth Duremdes for the Adamson squad.
Right. EJ File has been improving a lot now.
There's no Giovanni Pineda, but there's a Luna. And we've been told that UE is now fielding a better team. A
4-on-1
steal,
situation.
three-point shot.
That's a 3-point shot.
That's the way to go.
That's real confidence for you, Jim. 4-on-1 situation. Richie says, I'm going to get my 3 points, baby, and you better believe it.
That's his first three-pointer. Odoy Belmonte will miss. Dennis Espino will struggle with his
Loose
own.
ball foul on Espino. Loose ball foul will go against Espino.
That'll be foul number one, rather number 2 on Espino.
So Valdavid takes a rest, takes a break, and Ramos comes in for him.
This is Richie Tixon. This is Tehizon. Well guarded by Patrick Fran. Sees Rentosa free. Air ball again for the Ateneo. Patrick Fran will streak down 4 defenders against him. Paulo Isidro will foul. He will commit his first one.
Only the first foul for Isidro. That was a nice fast break play there. There's a foul by Isidro. Fran, a lot of experience also riding his shoulders. Vince Eason so far has been covered very well, quite well by Fran. Let's see if he can get away from that.
Oh yes, the exhibition games before the tournament proper has shown that a threat in scoring for the Ateneo has been Vicente Hizon, aside from, of course, Richie Tixon. There's a rebound by Hizon.
Strong rebound. He's not too tall, but he can leap.
Rentosa, Gabi Severino, and now Paulo Isidro. Dennis Espino will not bite into the fake. Rentosa will use Tixon as a screen. Paulo Isidro will lose it to Ramos. Espino, oh yes. Strong, confident move. Dennis Espino. UST leads by 14, 15, 11. We will be back.
Right now, I am here on the court side, and to my right is star player of Pure Foods, Mr. Alvin Patrimonio.
Hi, Katrina.
Hi. So Alan played earlier, your brother. How does it feel to have a brother follow in your footsteps?
Well, first of all, I'm very happy and I'm very, very proud of him, no? Because I watch his games and parang yung mga moves ko parang nagagaya niya. So, I feel very, very happy for him. Saka, like, LaSalle kasi parang like, yung team ko yan dati. May first frustration in life, no? Pero at least ngayon yung brother ko nandiyan niya. So, sana siya yung ano.
Well, congratulations and thank you very much. We now move you back to Jimmy and Joaquin.
Well, when he said that to see Alan Glenn Patrimonio play for LaSalle is a fulfillment of a star player's dream. A former frustration he's now watched nationwide doing pro basketball, and he still remembers the denial of a school my partner went to.
Okay, Jim. Let's get back to the ball game now. USC with a 6-point lead. That's Edmund Reyes is in the ball game for the first time.
So what we actually have, going back to Alvin Patrimonio, LaSalle's loss was Pure Foods' gain now, and the
yes.
PBA.
And Mapua's gain too.
Gabby Severino will convert from the right side. But there are many stories of that. Some players who became star players later on denied by certain schools. I know for a fact Ateneo refused the entry of so many good players that later on went to the PBA.
That's correct. That's
But
correct,
then,
Jim.
that's quite an example. We have Patrimonio,
Patrimonio.
and now his brother playing for the Archers. They won that first game, if you just tuned in. Going back to this one, Ramos inside now, Reyes. To have Reyes, and that speaks very well of the kind of strength that your squad has.
Right, and there's so many other players from UST actually that can play off the bench. Watch this pass inside. There's Edmund Reyes. He's going to take it hard to the hole there, gets the foul. Nine minutes, 9 seconds remain here in this first half of play.
Well, you know, there's a new player at the Ateneo now, Vince Hizon. He was a Division I player in the NCAA in California.
That's
And
right.
that's why he's highly touted, and that's why he's well guarded.
Correct. And that says very much for him. Division I in the NCAA is very tough ball, really.
He's on inside. Those reverse layups haven't been working for him. Evangelista Odoy Belmonte.
So what we can see from UST's quick ball movement around the lane, especially because Ateneo is clogging that lane, and eventually that open man will take the shot.
Severino. Will they give it to Paulo Isidro or Vince Hizon? Guarded by Patrick Fran. He goes inside. There will be a foul on Fran. That'll be the second foul on Patrick Fran. 8 minutes and 21 remaining in this first quarter. It's a 7-point lead for UST.
So that has been the assignment for Fran, really. Coach Ike De Rosario has instructed him, stick to Vince Hizon no matter what.
Odoy Belmonte, there's the Ateneo miss. Looks down, there's Ramos on the right side, continuing with a layup that doesn't go. Isidro will get it. Kamwa now inside for the Ateneo. Rentosa is still there. There's Kamwa. Brings it out to Severino. Isidro gets the rebound. Maybe he pushed off so he could get it.
It's foul number 3 now on Isidro, the starting center. We might see the likes of Verayo coming in. Verayo was also in the Mythical 5 in the junior division in the UAAP. Tenko. Oh, this guy's really spruced up for the UAAP. Point guard in the Philippine team. And he's coming in for Fran.
He is Generoso Tenko Jr. Paulo Isidro will be replaced. Coming in as number 17. That's Ryan Gamboa. He's grown an inch taller now. 6'4". What we have in the UAAP is we have some freshmen and sophomores is that we've got different numbers every year, especially they're at that stage where they add on a few more inches in height.
Correct.
A few more pounds. A bit wider the next time around. But we talk about class and talent. UST has it.
Oh, you bet.
And they're up ahead by 8, 21-13.
And possibly 9. Should Edmund Reyes think this? A 1-and-1 situation, but he makes both. It's Evangelista now who's going to take on Vince Hizon. Let's see how successful he is.
Gamboa, yes. Oh, yes, look at those steps.
Real happy about that shot.
Usually the first one to convert, it's the first one to the finish line at the baseline on the other end.
Yeah, that's right, Jim.
Evangelista. Let go situation, Ramos. Rentosa will commit to the hand check.
A 1-and-1 situation again. Still a long time to go, Jim. 7 minutes, 22 seconds. But already Ateneo's in penalty. UST with 5. So this is going to be a very long half again.
So it's 7 minutes and 22 remaining. And UST is stamping its class with a 7-point lead on the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Arik Del Rosario, I think you're familiar with
I'm
Arik.
very familiar with Arik. You know, not for anything. He's been working very hard for UST, really, and they're really favored to win this season. So, sentimental favorite of mine.
Oh, yes, and we sometimes bump into Rocky Nazareno and how he broods about the intact talents of this UST Growling Tiger squad.
Uh-huh.
And in fact, he was asking for some help, coaching help from some top PBA players, just in case they make it to the semifinal round. He was saying,
Really,
just in case
Just
they
in
make
case.
it. So Rocky Nazareno, we already know your ploy. But we'd probably do the same thing if we were in your shoes with this kind of a squad. Kamwa has it. Quezon can't get the ball. He was well guarded by Evangelista. This is Ryan Gamboa. A fake and then an intrusion by Severino. He loses it and picks it up once again.
Well,
And
never
Belmonte
he
will foul
never
it.
gave up there. He lost the ball, never gave up. Hustled for the basketball, got it back, and was fouled in the process. So that's a mentality really of every player should have.
This team is coached by Baby the Lupan this year, but the foundation for this Ateneo squad was set up by somebody you're also familiar with,
Yeah,
Chot
that's
Reyes.
Coach Shot Reyes, right. If I'm not mistaken, Coach Shot Reyes played under Baby Dalupan too.
Oh yes.
So Gabi misses his first free throw.
Severino will convert once again. 7 minutes remaining. A 7-point lead for the UST Growling Tigers. We mentioned earlier, the general champions for the seniors division UST. What they failed to do was spice it up with a seniors division basketball championship. That's what they're looking for this year.
Right, and Edmund Reyes again with a big offensive rebound there. Oh,
Ramos will steal and complete and convert.
and it's right off, gets Tixon again. Oh, they're really putting the pressure on Tixon and Quezon.
Tixon tries to elude Ramos. He's got the license to drive. Belmonte. Ramos once again. He's brought the ball out. They will set up once again. Evangelista, Odoy Belmonte. Heavy traffic.
That time, Belmonte charges into Kamwa. Second personal for Belmonte. Well, before anything else, we've got a timeout. We'll be back. Jim, I think we're ready for Ina Suarez, who's with Robert Jaworski Jr.
Thank you, Jimmy. Right now, I have Robert Jaworski Jr. next to me, and much to the disappointment of Ateneo fans, he will not be seeing action in today's game. Dodet here is a rookie of the Blue Eagles. Tell me, Dodet, what exactly happened to your hand?
A week ago today, Saturday, we had a practice game against Ambeda, and it was just a freak accident. The forearm got caught in my hand, and I suffered a cut in between my fingers. So the doctor, advised me rather not to play today because it needs time to heal.
So how many days exactly are you talking about? How many days of rest did he ask you to?
I'll try to practice this week, and hopefully by the games next Saturday, which is against Adamson, I'll be able to play.
Well, good luck then, and thank you very much. You'll see Robert Jaworski Jr. in action in the next games. Thank you. Back to the panel.
And, well, that's something to look forward to. Certainly, a lot of the people wanted to watch Robert Jaworski Jr., but right even now, with just an interview, you can see the poise that he got from his father. Oh, yes. Joaquin Trillo should know that, and so does Luigi. Of course, I think the son is getting better than the father now. 29-16 in this game of ours right now. UST is ahead.
I don't know why.
Well, you know, it's always
I'll wait for you, Stan. I'll wait for you, Stan.
always good to make Joaquin Trillo blush, especially when we mention his very talented son. 29-16. Son, you should be very proud of Joaquin Trillo. 4 minutes and 40 remaining in this first quarter. So it's now 29-16, 4 minutes and 36. Even before the release of that basketball towards the rim, there's a foul underneath. Earlier, Waki, in that first ball game, we recall a lot of the plays occurring below the knee. We say below the knee because there were lots of scrambles for the ball. That was our Alaksan slow-mo. Alaksan, isang tableta, tanggal ang sakit ng katawan, rayuma, arthritis, at sakit ng ipin. Almost everything, Waki Trillo. From Milo Country. Ryan Gamboa tried to save that ball to no avail. We've got 4 minutes and 6 in this ball game, first half, 32-16. Ramos will go to Fran. Tenko will take the pop.
Yes. Not this time. Tenko could that to fall.
Evangelista will steal.
Oh,
and
Tixon
will be tripped by Tixon.
And that's going to be foul number 3. Big foul. Number 3 on Tixon. Oh, second foul only, excuse me. Okay. Coach Arik Del Rosario calls his timeout here, and we'll be back.
And the UAAP would like to acknowledge Converse, the official shoes of the 1993 UAAP basketball games. They call them cons. Waki?
Cons, that's right. Anyway, Evangelista is on the line now, a one-on-one situation here. Of course, Jim, what Ateneo will have to try to do is as quickly as they can. The foul will go against Tenko this time because UST players will are very hard to stop, especially in one-on-one situations or one-on-one situations. These are all experienced players, 7, 8 of them playing the Philippine team. No way will you beat them one-on-one, so you have to come down, set that zone defense.
32 is twice that of 16 points. And that's the score we have, 32-16. It's 3 minutes and 49 remaining in the first quarter. And Ginto will go in. He will replace Reyes. Santos has yet to convert from the free throw line. The second one, that one goes in.
Right. Well, let's hope that gets things moving for the Ateneo here.
And we would like to acknowledge the medical coverage of the games by the Philippine Orthopedic Society for Sports Medicine, Dr. Jaime Tamayo, Dr. Emil Tablante, and Dr. Mylene Cruz of St. Luke's Medical Center.
That time Ateneo set up very well. A tap out there by Tenko. Ateneo will keep ball possession.
Good quick hands, Tenko.
There's big rebounds. Ateneo 25, UST with 16. Less rebounds by UST. I think maybe UST has more rebounds there.
Gamboa will foul after that rebound snared by Francisco Ginto.
The first foul by Gamboa is going to send Ginto to the line again, a 1-and-1 situation. So earlier it was UST really with more rebounds, 25 to Ateneo 16. That's one thing I have to say about the Ateneo. Their fighting spirit's always there, no matter how far behind they are in the game, Jimmy.
I like the way you give me small consolation, Joaquin Trillo, when
Hey, wait, I'm not saying anything.
When my seniors division team is down by 15. Well, the Blue Babel Battalion has always been there to support the Ateneo Blue Eagle squad. Molina will lose it. Evangelista. There's Ginto underneath. Good concentration on that missed first shot.
No charged goals. Remember early in the game, Dixon got his first foul and a charge. That was exactly the same move there. Okay, there finally UST 26 big rebounds, Ateneo only 17, and that's been the story here so far. Good pass inside by Kamwa.
He's on. Will attempt first and bring it down again, up and under the rim, and a foul by Ginto. 34 is double the score of what Ateneo has. 17. I'm not rubbing it in, Waki, but really when we started this coverage, we said that this is an awesome growling Tiger squad of the UST.
Right. You bet. And he's on again, misses free throws here so far. Ateneo 2 out of 6, UST 7 out of 15. And Baby Dalupan earlier with Robert Jaworski, Jr. that is. Finally, Vince gets his first point in this ball game. That might spur him to get more points right now. He's a slick shooter, Jimmy, and he can really shoot.
And going back to that shot of Baby Dalupan and Robert Jaworski Jr., I'm not sure whether Coach Baby Dalupan was able to handle Sonny Jaworski when Sonny Jaworski was still with the UE Red Warriors. But this could be a second generation coaching job for Baby Dalupan. Tankinsen gives it to the right side.
He is going to charge. Tankinsen is going to charge. Referee's on top of that situation. First foul for Tankinsen. Only a side court throw-in.
He's on, will bring it down. Evangelista is guarding him. A swipe at the ball and it goes to Santos. Kamwa to Hizon, bit to the right. Evangelista will pick it up.
He's just been completely cold yet here in the first half because he normally makes those attempts.
Ginto.
Good tap out there by
Kamwa, rather Molina.
Molina, yes, he never gave up, was able to tap that ball away. Val David, who started the game, is in for Tenko. So you can see any player that Coach Aric Del Rosario puts into this ball game, Jimmy, is delivering. That's his job. They're giving quality minutes all around.
Tankinsen, UST moving the ball quite well. 2 for the rebound. The Ginto follow-up and the Evangelista follow-up. Didn't work. Tankinsen a bit to the left side of Odoy Belmonte.
Too much to the left, right.
At this point of this ball game, Joaquin Trillo down by 16 points. Ateneo, what does it need to do?
Well, like I say, I think they should first of all set that defense of theirs. Very important. And on offense, they'll have to set up a lot of screens. Second personal for Evangelista. A lot of screens for their two shooters, Hizon and Tixon, who have been really shadowed very well by the players of Aric Del Rosario. They started with Fran on Hizon, and Tixon had Val David. They did very good jobs. But more screens maybe for these shooters. we'll see. This is only the opening half. I think second half, maybe Hizon will settle down and start contributing a lot of points.
And maybe Richie Tixon can help out too.
Don't forget, Tixon has 3 personals in the ball game now. In other words, they've got to believe in themselves, Jimmy. I know that US is a force to reckon with, but if this Blue Eagles right now believe that they can do it, then they can do it.
Oh yes, and having Tixon on the bench right now is a luxury they can't afford. And they're banging away on their offensive basket. Santo Tomas, 16-point ball game. He's on fancy dribble, and then the shot. Yes,
Finally gets one.
that was a 3-point shot from Milo. The one by Tixon. Molina. Santos will lose it. Ginto will pick it up. Who will commit the foul?
Unlike UST, that's got a very, very deep bench. Second foul on Tangitsen. Ateneo has no bench whatsoever, Jimmy, to rely on. So Santos will go to the line again on a 1-and-1 situation here. 34 seconds remain in this first half. UST up by 15 points, both teams in penalty.
It is. There still are 34 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance for Ateneo to chop it down a little bit. And it's now just a 14-point ball game.
Right. That's going to be 4 out of 6. 5 out of 7.
After all, 26-point leads in the UAAP
Can just
are not sacred. Tonkinson, Udoy Belmonte. Udoy Belmonte, now David. Very strong gang rebounding for UST. Only 7 seconds remaining. Kizon almost slipped. Molina, the turn. The shot doesn't drop. That's it for this first half, and UST ahead by 13 big points over the Ateneo Blue Eagles, 38-25. These reminders, and then we'll be back. We're back at courtside here at the Araneta Coliseum. It's a dance group of the UST Growling Tigers on the hard court right now, and we're about to be honored with the presence of the president of the board of directors of the UAAP as we are watching the dance number right in front of us. And presently, after 20 minutes of play, UST is leading this ball game 38-25. And right now, we'd like to welcome right beside us the president of the board of directors of the 1993 UAAP board, Anton Montenola. Good afternoon, Anton.
Good afternoon, Jimmy.
And the theme for this year for the UAAP has been Palaro tungo sa pambansang pagbabago at pagunlad. And why did you choose this theme?
Well, maybe it's just a coincidence, but don't you think that there needs to be some change in our sports scene?
And it seems that you adopted a Filipino format for this year.
Yes, we tried to, in the Palabas, we tried to show the evolution of sports from primitive beginnings to organized sports, and then the UAAP.
And yes, that number, incidentally, ladies and gentlemen, will be shown later on in its full length. And as president of the UAAP board, Anton, what changes or characteristics will be implemented this year?
Yes.
What will you be implementing new changes?
Well, one of the changes will be the new format, the Final Four, if that's what you wanted to ask, for the first time we're going to have a semi-final round. The top 4 teams will advance. Number 1 will play number 4, number 2 will play number 3. But number 3 and number 4 have to beat number 1 and 2 twice in order to arrange a best of 3 championship series.
And of course, that will certainly make for a very exciting basketball tournament.
Yes, the reason that we did this is to maintain the interest in the second round with the teams that are in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and even 6th place.
Earlier on in the coverage, Anton, there was talk about the statisticians, and this year's statistics will be handled by the same group handling the PBA. Do you think this will affect the UAAP's credibility? Or this will definitely improve it?
On the other hand, it should improve it because we would like to professionalize all aspects of the tournament in order to encourage fans and students and players to give their best to support this tournament.
Well, your term as president of the UAAP has been much bruited about. What more do we expect from Anton Montenola?
Well, I think you saw a while ago the start of the Bank of Commerce 1 million peso shot of a lifetime promotion, as well as the Granny Goose Slam Dunk demonstration. We expect 4 or 5 teams to be competitive this year, and we're very excited about the Final Four format.
We've started this season with a game before this one, and now this Ateneo USC game. How do you assess the basketball game so far?
Well, in the first game, UP played without Wino, I understand, because he's in Guam, and therefore LaSalle won. But they've shown that with a lot of new players, they can still play quite well. So LaSalle will definitely be one of the contenders. I think UP with Wino will be much stronger. In the second game, as you can see, UST dominated the first half. They're a very cohesive team. They should have been in the championship last year. They really should make it this year. Now, Ateneo is quite didn't have a good first half, and Hison hasn't shown what he can do yet. But maybe in the second half he'll do better.
Well, Anton, thank you very much for your time. We certainly look forward to a very successful 56th season of the UAAP. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now we turn you back to home studios for these reminders. Chicken.
Okay, you're back with us now here, and UST ahead by 13 points, 38 to 25. We're going to show you some stats that don't lie at all. First of all, Ateneo is really struggling. They're trying to bring the ball up and give it and give those assist passes. Watch, field goal shooting percentage. Ateneo dominated 28%, 8 out of 29. That's very, very low. UST 15 of 36, 42%. Now, why is that so? If you go over to the assist department, you see that Ateneo only has 3. While UST has 12. That means that shooters like Tixon and Hison are not getting the assist passes. They have to work for their shots, and in so doing, they get double, triple team. That's why they're only shooting 8 out of 9 for 28%. So I feel when they come back in the second half, the point guards of Ateneo will have to assist more the shooters, especially Tixon and Hison. Rebounds department also 33 to 19. Again, what they'll have to do is box out the players of UST. But easier said than done, but they'll have to do something. They'll have to double, triple team. But more importantly, again, I feel that someone has to take charge and give out those assist passes. And we're with Jimmy now here. Do we go back to...
Yes, I would like to ask you some more questions about the way Ateneo has been playing. You know, you were able to watch, I believe, an exhibition game of the Ateneo, and there was Robert Jaworski Jr. He's not playing in this ball game right now. Do you think his absence has affected the playing of the Ateneo Blue Eagles?
Definitely, I think so, because Robert Jaworski Jr. is not, he won't maybe not give you that many points, but he's a banger also. He'll bang inside, and that's what Ateneo needs at this point. 2 bangers against the likes of Espino and Evangelista and Edmund Reyes. But more importantly, again, I feel, Jim, it's a lack of, the bench, it's a very shallow bench, really, Ateneo has. They don't have someone to take charge. Now, unlike UST, Arik De Rosario has done his job well. He's scouted Ateneo and he's rotated 4 people on the ace shooters of Ateneo. So again, like I say, maybe more screens, more assist passes to these 2 shooters to free them. It's hard to work one-on-one, 1 against 2. So they'll have to get a lot of free movements.
We're talking about Vince Hizon and Richie Dixon. And Vince Hizon apparently hasn't been given the right support, including Richie Dixon, who actually has carried this team to so many seasons of the UAAP.
You remember last year how Ateneo used to do it. Again, I feel also maybe Dixon and Hizon are trying too hard. Why? Maybe because they don't get any passes. No? So it's not black, it's not white. So I think Coach Baby Dalupan spoke about this at the halftime and said, hey, you guys, you've got to set them up. You've got to set them up because they can. First of all, this UST squad is a very strong squad. Now, how can you go 1 against 4 or 1 against 3? So I think that's basically what they talked about in the locker rooms.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see if this UST lead of 13 points can be chopped down by the Ateneo Blue Eagles when we return. Second ball game for the opening day of the 56th UAAP.
Right, okay, Jim, we're all set now here, and like we say, maybe Ateneo will come back and play a better second half. Definitely they can do any worse than 28% from the floor. And then also in the rebounding department, 33 for UST, 19 for Ateneo.
And if you don't put bodies against Evangelista underneath, he will score with impunity against you, and they have increased their lead to 40. And now a steal by Evangelista. Will he slam it? He will not. It will just be a layup.
Just the regular 2 points. By the way, Hizon and Tixon are in the ball game again. See, Tixon, I think, will have to play the point here, but playing the point, you take a lot out of yourself for those jump shots.
Well, one consolation though, Waki Trillo, is Ateneo led this ball game once by a point, but then now it's 17.
If I'm not mistaken, at 4-3, right?
Yes, at one point it was 17 at 34-17. Now it's back down to that much. Dixon, it doesn't work for him. They try to harass Reyes, Edmond. Udoy Belmonte is all alone.
3.
From Milo Country, Milo, the official energy drink of the UAAP basketball game.
By the way, I don't think Verayo has been fielded in yet. He played for Ateneo Juniors and he was in the mythical 5 in the junior division. He's a top center for Ateneo also. That's one of the reasons also maybe they're struggling as far as rebounds is concerned.
Oh yes.
John Verayo, I remember.
Evangelista, Patrick Fran. Even the follow-ups. So although Udoy Belmonte is a lot smaller than Paulo Isidro, he can jump.
Right, and at this stage it's complete domination by the glowing goldies. It's Fran again taking on Hizon.
Isidro
off the glass.
Throws up a brick that hits the glass and is good for 2. .20 lead, 47-27. David to Udoy Belmonte. Patrick Fran, Bal David, Edmond Reyes, and Belmonte will miss. Reyes will follow up.
There's the strength of the glowing goldies right there off the boards.
Chris Kalilan with Coach Baby Dalupan. Isidro, Hizon, yes.
Gets his 3. Gets his 3.
That is his second 3-point shot of the ball game. Fran, David on the weak side, a foul away from the play.
David lifted his pivot foot there before that first dribble. Referees here very sharp. Bless you, Jim, bless you. And Ateneo starting to open the lanes now. However, that time Isidro didn't score.
Baldavid. Front to Evangelista. Inside. Second chance. Third chance. 4 chances. And then a foul from the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
That went against Severino, is it? That's right.
That'll
So
be
again-
the first one on Severino, Waki.
You can see again the rebounding department here is where UST, they had a 14 edge difference in the first half. And now it's really coming into play here.
And look at how quickly they move the ball around, UST.
Good hustle by Isidro there. So Ateneo will keep the ball.
Yes, he almost went up to the bleachers chasing that ball. But give him heart for trying hard. Tixon will miss. Belmonte will control. He will look down. 4 against 3. Evangelista against Isidro. Edmund Reyes strong underneath.
Very strong and complete domination like we were saying earlier.
15 minutes and 53. Gabi Severino. Paolo Isidro. And a foul away. Patrick Fran.
So the foul goes against Fran, who's been hounding Hizon the whole game.
Oh yes. He has been assigned also to Vicente Hizon, so it's been a hard job.
Yep.
A working afternoon for Patrick Fran.
Right. Look at the rebounds.
Yes.
Offensive boards, 18-2. Can you believe that stat? Must be a record of sorts. Espino's in the ball game also for Edmund Reyes. Here comes Tixon. See the help defense given by Evangelista.
Look at the height disparity between Tixon and Dennis Espino.
One of the few times Tixon is left open. That's what I meant, Jim. That pass came from somebody else and he was free for that shot.
Baldavid, Evangelista, Dennis Espino, left-handed this time. (51-33), 15 minutes and 24 remaining.
So there's Baldavid taking on Richie Tixon. Oh, there is the
basketball. Odoy Belmonte will bring it down, give it to David, give it back to Odoy. Espino is just there underneath waiting for a rebound. Oh, Ginto was strong and high for that, but he missed. And there was a push,
Yes.
so he could get that ball.
Ginto second personal.
And there's that rebound right there on our Alaksan slow-mo.
There is going to push.
And we'd like to thank Granny Goose Slam Dunk Cheese Balls, the 93 UAAP official snack food, and Milo. A foul by Ramos.
That's going to send Tixon to the line for 3. Oh, just a side court throw-in. I think the foul was committed after the shot had been released.
Gabi Severino will give it to Rentosa. Back to Severino. Handoff. Hizon. Fouled.
Boy, they're really padding up on Hizon inside that, Jim. We'll see that in this slow-mo. First it was Ginto or Fran, really keeping him away. Then once the ball will be given to Vince there, but body's coming in there. That's Belmonte's body. Belmonte, Fran, Ginto, they're all ganging up on Vince Hizon. And it's been working.
Oh yes, if you've got bodies like Evangelista, Ramos, Odoy Belmonte, especially Dennis Espino, you've only got one Vicente Hizon and a small Richie Tixon that they can slap away his layups just like that. Especially just a few minutes ago, it was help defense by 2 tall men on the small Tixon, Evangelista and Dennis Espino.
Correct. So 9 points now for Vince Hizon. Oh, that's a charge. That's a definite charge there on Ramos.
Well, Richie Tixon has been known to give up the body just to get the foul.
Offensive fouls, yes. Watch that. And he nice acting job on the way down too.
Oh yes, Paulo Isidro inside. It's recovered by Richie Tixon. Forward pass to Hizon. On the way to the basket, a foul.
Well,
by Ginto.
I'll tell you, the foul situation, team foul situation might work against UST. They already have 6. I think they have 7 now. Ateneo only with 1. So Hizon is probably saying, okay, give me all the fouls, but then we're going to go into penalty. I mean, you're going to go into penalty.
And then we can chop down that lead
That's right,
slowly.
That's right. Hey, there's still 14 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here. Long time.
And it doesn't help any, though, if you miss your free throws from the 4.5 meter line. 14 minutes and 30 remaining. He is 3 out of 5 from the stripe. $16-point lead. Hizon has 10 points in this ball game. They get the ball, a chance to whittle it down. 15-point lead. Rentosa, cross-court Gabby Severino, head and shoulder fake, and then the fake, and back to Hizon, to Tixon.
Not that time.
Odoy Belmonte. Oh yes, very quick move.
Well, you know,
Rentosa would like to outspread Dennis Espino, but he's too big.
You know, UST is not going to play defensive ball now, not just because they have a lead, and that's why Belmonte went for the basket there.
Hizon doesn't quite convert. UST is maintaining that 17-point lead. We have 13 minutes at 29. Too deep, but a second chance allowed for UST.
That's a lot of upper body strength as far as Ginto is concerned. Never gave up, huh?
Denying the baseline, denying Gabi Severino the baseline, and Evangelista will commit another foul, number 3 for him.
Right.
And that's number 7 for UST.
Correct. They're already in penalty now. Edmund Reyes coming in for Evangelista. A 1-on-1 situation now here will be given Gabi Severino. You know, transition game for Ateneo has not really been working. Several times they were able to bring that ball up very quickly, but then again, the defense was quick to react as far as UST is concerned.
Gabi Severino.
Oh,
he is 6'1", although he looks a lot smaller.
Shooting very poorly from the free throw line now is Ateneo.
Edmund Reyes.
Oh, that might be offensive goaltending there, because that ball was still outside. That was still in the rim. That's right. That should be offensive goaltending.
Gabi Severino can't find some space. No breathing room. Tixon, Rentosa, now Severino. He's on his underneath. He's out of the play. Well guarded. Ramos will struggle and control. Rentosa. It will be a sprint against Belmonte. Yes.
Yes. Good anticipation there as far as Richie Rentosa is concerned. And the Ateneo cheering section never giving up. Never giving up.
Odoy Belmonte. Bit to the right. Richie Tixon will give it to Rentosa to pass it back to the wrong guy. Ramos. Odoy. Too strong though. It goes in for number 18 of University of Santo Tomas, Ramos.
And you know, Jimmy, even when UST misses, they'll get that rebound, they'll get another rebound. They won't stop till they make the 2 points.
Severino and now Paulo Isidro. That
Oh.
was a very strong move by Hizon.
Uh-huh. Nice move inside. There were three on them: Espino, Ginto, and Edmund Reyes.
And that will be foul number 4 on Ginto.
Uh-huh.
We look at the very colorful hard court here.
Uh-huh. So Vince with 13 points in the ball game now. A lot of time remaining, 11 minutes, 18 seconds. But Ateneo will have to make their move right now. There it is. There it is.
Richard Tixon is all alone.
Yes. Hizon was responsible actually for tapping that ball away. And Coach Eric Del Rosario senses danger, calls a timeout. We'll be back. This Coach Baby the Lupan.
Oh yes, that huddle brought to you by Medicol for fast relief of body aches, headaches, and fever with no narcotic side effects. Medicol.
Look at that very animated Ateneo huddle there. They're coming back. Don't make no mistakes about that, Jim. Remember that lead went up to 22 already. For a while it went on to 16 or 15. That means Ateneo has somewhat come back and carried down. Again, I believe the second wind will tell a lot here in the remaining minutes. They've been able to neutralize for a time now UST.
Ramos will drop back and set it up. Evangelista, there's Dennis Espino really asking for that ball.
Yes, he wanted that inside.
But
Bear in mind he's got 3 personals against him. Isidro
yeah.
holding his own, huh?
Oh yes. Odoy Belmonte will drop it off.
Oh, charge!
Inside to
That's a
Edmund
charge.
Reyes, who charges
That's a
on
charge.
his own.
Good positioning again by Vince. He's on first personal on Edmund Reyes. A chance for that lead to be cut down to 14 from 16. So Ateneo back in the ball game.
Richie Tixon, Gabby Severino.
Oh, an air ball
ball.
by Gabi.
He took that shot from Pituazo on This Is Cubao, and it was too short.
Yep. Oh, that's running. That should have been.
Bertosa Severino, relentless. They were trying to steal that ball, and yes,
There's a traveling violation over there the refs didn't catch. Well, action is fast and furious right now, Jimmy, and we only have 2 referees. So,
$59-43.
foul on Espino, going to be number 4. 4th personal.
Dennis Espino
Espino, 4 fouls.
will commit foul number 4, yes.
Big development coming up here. We have,
And true to Waki Trillo's word that penalty situation will probably do wonders for the Ateneo cause.
I think so. And we've got an eternity of basketball here, Jim. 10 minutes and 6 seconds. A lot of time for Ateneo to come back. So a 1-on-1 situation here. Vince Easton's a dead shot from there.
And to tell you how early UST got into the over the limit situation, with 14 minutes and 45 remaining in the second half, they already had 7 personal fouls.
Almost 15 minutes.
And right now, Ateneo only has given up 1 foul by Severino. Let go underneath the rim, and then Evangelista loses it to the baseline. Big 16-point lead to chop down. Ateneo has possession. Over to Richie Tixon. Patrick Franz. Tixon will miss. Oh, a very authoritative rebound by Evangelista.
Oh, it should be a charge by Tankinsen. Good positioning by Rentosa, but you know, UST has been scored in the last 2 minutes right there, and Tankinsen, with all his experience, charged in. That's the second time he does that, Jimmy.
We have 9 minutes and 49. Ateneo is in penalty. UST is up by 16, and Ateneo has possession of the basketball. Rentosa. He's on, will lose it.
Good hands by Evangelista. Here's Edmund Reyes.
And yes, he's on really wanted to get to that ball.
Edmund Reyes.
Reyes was going to put up. He just stalked Reyes right here. They look at each other.
No way are you going to get 2 points on me, Vince says. His third personal. So Edmund Reyes is on the line now. And Vince is 3 out of 4 from the line is Edmund Reyes. Despite all the noise, Edmund sinks his first.
Oh yes. He is a veteran of so many situations at the free throw line. With the game on the line, and UST maintains that 18-point lead.
There's a double team effort on Tixon. Leaves Isidro open.
Isidro will miss. Odoy Belmonte will look down. No one's streaking down. But there's Tankinsen. Good fake on the run.
Very smart move by Tankinsen there, sending his man into orbit.
Richie Tixon.
You know, Richie and Vince are not really up to it that much tonight. Normally, those would sink for them. They would make those easily. And UST starting to go in a roll again here.
No, sensing danger, they pump in points, and now it's a 22-point lead.
Fourth personal on Tankinsen, who's got to do the defensive job on Tixon.
Really the mark of a seasoned squad. You're up by 16, but you feel threatened. You pump in 6 more points, and now you lead by 22. In spite of the fact that you have, you're already over the limit.
Right, there's the...
What are we to do, they are saying.
For a while, they had a good run going for themselves, but again, like I say, it's 8 minutes, 31 seconds, Jim. That's a long time.
Tixon is good from the 4.5 meter line, 20-point lead. Udoy Belmonte could streak up there and make it against Isidro.
He's got such great leaping ability. Well, before anything else, let's go back to studios.
Always come to watch. Oh, with their boyfriends.
Hey, still not without boyfriends, Jimmy, and that's where you're looking.
And
no,
she's thinking.
Hey.
You wonder what she was thinking, Rocky Trillo.
Wait, this timeout's remaining at Ateneo 1, UST 1. And that's brought to us by Medical, of course. Medical, just good for just about anything, Jimmy. Just about anything.
Yes, Medical for fast relief of body aches, headaches, and fever with no narcotic side effects.
No wonder you always take that with you, huh? You know, Jimmy's got back aches, stomach aches, everything.
And all I need is the Medical I get from Rocky Trillo.
All right. And he's just scored a 3-point shot.
Milo territory. Udoy Belmonte wanted to fake out Vincizon. That was a very quick 2-man ball game for UST. Well, certainly Arik Del Rosario has done his homework. in how he has posted up excellent defenders against Hizon.
Right, there's Coach Baby Dalupan. He's on getting pretty hot at this stage.
3-point shot
But,
by
you know,
Hizon, but nullified on the other end by an intrusion of Patrick Fran. 20-point ball game. Look at how how Evangelista is hounding Vince Hizon.
Number 7, Evangelista, is going to pick up that personal, and he's going to get his 4th personal. So we have a lot of players from UST in foul trouble here, Jimmy.
But then in spite of that, all this power on display from the UST Growling Tigers. They lead by 20 big points.
Ateneo only with 2 team fouls here. UST in foul trouble since 15 minutes left in the ball game. Oh, they have got to put those in, Jim.
We've been brooding about the strength and power of this UST squad as we look at a steal. Ateneo and a prayer thrown up. Udoy Belmonte is all alone. Excellent assist pass from a teammate. And we were talking earlier, yes, about LaSalle won over UP. Ateneo is losing to UST. Of course, we always brood about the Ateneo-LaSalle ball game. And what do you think, Waki Trillo?
Well, I just feel that UST is too strong a team, really. So there's no gauge really here. I think Ateneo, when you've got your 2 top gunners, Hizon and Dixon, going, they'll pose a big threat to LaSalle. The only way LaSalle can beat Ateneo now is to play team ball. Remember, they don't have no more Dwight Lago, no more Jun Limpot, no more Jonas Mariano. So it's going to be more of a team effort as far as LaSalle is concerned. While Ateneo, they'll have to go to their stars.
And of course, for all of you viewers out there eager to watch Adamson UE National University, you will have your chance in the coming weeks as you stick with us for the 56th season of the UAAP. Of course, we'd like to watch Adamson play without Marlo Aquino, but an unimproved Ken Duremdes and EJ File.
Right, Duremdes has really improved a lot.
We haven't mentioned even FEU.
Yes. Well, FEU is always a threat to the title. That's been a fact. As a matter of fact, they may go for a 3-peat this year. They've got a good chance at it.
And when we mention FEU, we mention the likes of Andy De Guzman, and of course, a fairly recent player that also Akitrillo is very familiar with. And he was happy about the turn of events as we were closing the 55th UAAP. None other than Johnny Abarrientos has been doing quite well for you.
Very well. 5 out of 8 now from the floor for Santos. But yes, Johnny has been a team leader overnight. He'll probably be one of the better point guards in the league for the next 10, 15 years. Enough said, enough said. Let's get back to this game.
21-point lead, UST. A big problem for Coach Baby Dalupan. Right beside him is Chris Kalilan, and of course, the injured Robert Jaworski Jr. Dennis Espino is double teamed. In spite of that, the conversion using the glass.
Despite 3 Blue Eagles, Espino scores. Rebounds, look at that. 55 to 26. What more can we say, Jim?
And look at that view of the Araneta Coliseum floor as we look at a miss and a missed follow-up, but a foul committed on the Ateneo Blue Eagles. That'll be the 3rd on Edmund Reyes. He'd like to play.
Oh yes. Oh yes. But there's Nap Gutierrez, always here for the UAAP games.
With a new haircut. Always scouting for new talent.
2 out of 4 from the free throw line. That's Isidro. Paulo Isidro. Got 5 points in the ball game. Well, for you people out there, we're going to replay the first game between De La Salle and UP, which was quite an exciting game.
Oh yes, and we'd like to remind you, after we saw that shot from Milo Country, I'd like to remind you that the opening ceremonies will be shown in full in tonight's replay at 11:30 on New Vision 9. Dennis Espino. So many things to look forward to here in the 56th season of the UAAP. At halftimes, we'll have our slam dunk competition brought to us
Right.
by General Milling Corporation.
That's
In
right.
between
Granny Goose.
ball games, we have the Bank of Commerce 1 million shot of a lifetime that Joaquin Trillo tried, and he almost got it. An official's timeout
Oh yes,
has
the
been
clock went
called.
off.
And yes, we will give you back to home studios. Intently watching the ball game, aside from Congressman, or rather now Senator Freddie Webb.
Yeah. Earlier it was Bong Ravena
Yes,
and
by
by
Cristobal.
Cristobal from the FEU. Freddie Webb stayed on for the second game, huh?
Yes,
Well, he
to-
watched his son Jason Webb play earlier.
That much time remaining. Looking at Dennis Espino, head and shoulders above the rest of the Ateneo Blue Eagle squad. That says a lot about this lead that UST is enjoying right now, 80 to 56.
That's right. And that lead growing bigger now, 81 to 56.
This man has had stints with Magnolia in the amateur league and stints with the youth squad and the national team, and he has distinguished himself. He will have a bright future in other leagues.
Oh, you bet. You bet. Let's not forget that, okay, there's a three-point shot by Vince Season again.
That is his fifth three-point shot of the ball game.
You
It
know,
is.
Fran is not in the ball game anymore. Huh? He's only starting to score. But remember, Heason only had 4 points in the first half. And that was when UST started breaking the game wide open because of the good guarding of Fran on Heason.
That ball is too slippery
It's
for
like
number 13 of UST to control.
right, like a hot tamale now, that basketball. Coach
Danilo
Baby Dalupan
Abugan, yes.
has a smile on his face now.
Coach Baby Dalupan, at one point, coach of the Ateneo Blue Eagles a few years back,
Uh-huh.
also had his son playing for him, Toy Dalupan.
Right. Okay, and
Tankinsen will get foul number 5, but not after converting a pair of points, and then some assist passes he was able to dish out. As you were saying, Joaquin Trillo, relentless, the Ateneo Blue Babel Battalion. In
Yep.
spite of their team being down by so many
Well,
points, they're still at it.
yes.
And
That's why I like the Ateneo, Jimmy. Next to LaSalle, of course.
8 bass drums right behind us, and they're
Yeah.
still waving that Ateneo
The banner,
flag.
right?
Talk about team
Abugan.
support.
Traveling violation by number 13 man from UST. That's Abugan.
Santos gives it to the point guard. Roderick Kamwa. He's on will drop off. Not before a foul though. Abugan will commit another foul.
Uh-huh.
That'll be his first, rather. Yes.
I thought... Oh, he traveled earlier. There's a traveling violation. I
yes.
thought that was a foul. So Steve Eason, 24 points. Only 4 points in the first half because terrific guarding by Fran. That's Patrick Fran. Misses his second. Only 4 minutes remaining in this ball game. At UST up by 22 points. Oh, Espino didn't realize that Valdavid was going to give him back the pass. That's, however, UST will keep ball possession. Okay, Belmonte signaling play number 2. Inside to Espino, back to Belmonte. For the open shot, does not sink, however. Valdavid setting up again. He's been playing the point for UST. The turnaround by Evangelista. Espino just gave him the lane.
3 minutes and 24, and that much of a lead, 24 points. Power and finesse,
Right.
all in the same squad, UST.
Yes, and Coach Eric Del Rosario using his bench now. He's putting a Bugan, and we see somebody now. Whoa, whoa, what a shot. Hey, baby, how about that shot by Udoy Belmonte?
Oh, yes. He
Oh.
knows how to fly.
Holy cow, so, hey, what? No, that pass went awry. And here's number 6 man, Lester Del Rosario for Udoy Belmonte, who just played superb basketball in today's game, Jim.
Oh, yes. We said earlier that he knows how to fly. He wants to be a pilot, and he is flying this UST team to a 26-point lead. We'll be back.
A 26-point lead here for UST, 86-60. And Eric Del Rosario has the luxury now of going to his bench. Lester Del Rosario has just checked into the ballgame for Udoy Belmonte. And we also have Abugan, player number 13. That's Danilo Abugan.
But he's still playing it safe. He still has Dennis Espino.
Oh, yeah. And Valdavid and Edmund Reyes.
Yes. Dennis Espino.
Oh,
yes.
There's a perfect slam dunk.
Oh, yes.
The Granny Goose slam dunk cheese balls. The 1993 UAAP official snack food. How about that slam dunk?
They almost lose it to the baseline. An Ateneo team that has been struggling. In spite of that defense, Hizon has intruded into that zone and against his man for 25 points and 5 3-point shots in this ball game. But only Hizon has gone head and shoulders above everybody else in his team.
Right. Single-handedly, Jim. Not getting the role in that free throw is Vin Season. Not very satisfied with the way he played in the first half. Well, he'll be back next game.
But he's got the touch though from the free throw line. It sticks on a dejected Ateneo bench. A victim of the awesome power of the UST Growling Tigers.
Oh, nothing to be ashamed of, Jim.
Oh, yes.
This UST team is really... Hey, you could send this team to the SIA Games and they'd probably win the title too. Okay?
And we are now in the last 2 minutes of this ball game, brought to you by Hoopwear, the official training gear of the 1993 UAAP men's basketball games. Hoopwear. Dennis Espino wanted to do another slam, but there was Santos.
It's quite obvious also here, Jim, that Ateneo really doesn't have a credible point guard to help out June Hizon and Richie Tixon. Well, it's only the first game for the Ateneo. I'm sure they'll bounce back.
And right now, ladies and gentlemen, with 1 minute and 46 remaining, 89-61, we have to turn over to studios at this time, but watch out for tonight's replay, which includes the full coverage of the opening ceremonies. The replay airs at 11:30 tonight at New Vision 9. Thank you and good night. Wakatrillo and Jimmy Javier saying goodbye.
Well, so long as the game is still on, let's cover this game, Jim.
And the game continues, and the rout continues. Vincent, he's on and all, and in spite of him and Richie Tixon, USC Growling Tigers simply awesome.
And that, I'm sure other coaches scouting this UST team now, that's what they're going to have to go up against.
A lot of coaches will be looking out for the techniques of Eric Del Rosario. I'm not surprised if scouts from the Pro League are looking at some players.
That's a strong...
Oh yes, David really chased for that ball with a foul. Committed. Only 47 seconds left. 91-63.
Yep.
And it doesn't go in, even the free throws.
Compounding Ateneo's woes, huh?
And Coach Baby DeLupan has to go back to the drawing board.
Very poor shooting from the free throw line.
But really the luck of the draw, and what a team to be matched up against. UST. Dennis Espino. He's on, doesn't get it. David.
A lot of turnovers also now, really hurting Ateneo.
We're now in the last 22 seconds.
He's got...
This portion is brought to us by Hoopwear.
Yep. That's Dennis Espino, the slam dunker of the day from Granny Goose Slam Dunk Cheese Balls. Only 10 seconds remaining here. UST with a third 29-point lead.
Ryan Gamboa somehow redeeming Ateneo with that all that swish. 93-66, and that's it for the second ball game of the opening day of the 56th UAAP. We're back here at courtside, and in the middle of the thorns, the only rose.
No. The thorn between the roses.
Okay.
Now, anyway, Ina Suarez here joined us just today, Jim. But let's ask her, how did you enjoy your job, Ina? Of course, not too many interviews yet, but you've been around. So how was it?
Well, it was very, very exciting for me, and I actually did a few good interviews. Robert Jaworski there, and Alvin Patrimonio, and then Senator Webb. I mean,
It's been quite a first day for Ina.
Exactly.
He was able to talk to a senator and an excellent player, a star player of the Pro League,
Yes.
and then
Alvin
a
Patrimonio, son of Robert Jaworski.
That's right.
But you know, Ina, when we saw her in that VTR, she was full of life and everything. Now, medyo subdued. No? She's a little... Then my next games, the following games.
I think this outfit is too formal for me.
Hey, but you
Yes.
like these coats,
Yeah, yes.
jackets, huh?
We would like to thank Mr. Victor Cantor of Philip Men's Fashion International, where you will find men's finest suiting material, and that's
Yes.
where the Trillos have their suits made. That's where Trina
Yes.
had her suit.
Not only
Ina had
men's
her suit made.
suits, but women's suits too.
Okay, so
Oh yes, but before we go, we'd like to mention that Dennis Espino was the slam dunker of the game. He will receive a
Yes,
gift
that's-
pack from Granny Goose Cheese Balls, the 1993 UAAP official snack food. Patrick Fran was the key player of the ball game from UST. He plays guard for them. The key player of the game will receive a gift pack from Enervon C. Vitamina at Resistensya, Panlaban sa Pagod at Puyat. And of course, our Republic Cement MVP of the ball game was Odoy Belmonte with 20 points, 1 assist, 8 rebounds. And there you go, 3 men who have distinguished themselves in this ball game. A rout as far as Ateneo is concerned,
Right.
but I'm sure Baby DeLupan and Ateneo will be back.
definitely. And maybe we'll see Robert Jaworski Jr. there playing in the next
Playing
game.
next
He's
week,
hoping
huh?
to be back, very soon. Yes.
Okay, hey, by the way, we're covering on Saturday, we're covering the UST LaSalle game. Both victories.
Oh, yes.
Victors today's
And
opening
with so
game.
many cards here, I am looking for the schedule that we will be giving you, and here it is. I
Okay.
found it. And on July 24, yes, at the Loyola Gym,
Loyola Gym, we'll see you there.
we will be watching Addison University versus Ateneo de Manila University, juniors and seniors, and then UST versus De La Salle, juniors and seniors. The games will be telecast live, 1:30 to 5:30 over
Jim,
New Vision
They're
9.
throwing us out of here. They're throwing us out of here. Ina,
time
nice
to
working
go.
with you.
Yes,
Welcome
I'll
to
see
the... Okay.
See you again next Saturday.
Oh yes, Waki Trillo, Ina, Jimmy, we'll see you.
Bye. Good night.
Just how